And let's begin with the Clemson Tigers. A win total that checks in this year at 10.5. Brett Venables gone over to OU. DRS, when you line it up for Clemson this year, what direction are you leaning?
You would have to think every year, it seems like, and it's been that way for a while now that Dabo's been at Clemson and Miami's been down and Florida State's been down, that they're the team to beat in the ACC. And one of those conferences that is really top heavy, which means that you look at the schedule itself and you go down and you say, boy, where do they really get tripped up? The tough games you would think be at Notre Dame, NC State and Miami. You say, well, wait a second. We expect Miami to take the next step up. NC State's never been a real player on the national scene. And you say, all right, they should be able to handle Notre Dame. We'll see where Notre Dame gets to, or if it comes down to as a de facto one-game season versus Notre Dame to get you in the playoffs or not. And quite frankly, Kevin, you could probably lose to Notre Dame, win the ACC, and still get into the national playoff picture. But for myself, we actually talked about this in the offseason where, sometimes you watch a season and you remember, like, man, the Clemson offense just isn't the same from what we saw for Trevor Lawrence. We expected this thing to just be a handing of the torch to just hum down the field for 40-plus points a game. And I remember the comment when I was like, DJU, and I was like, didn't he have like a really low touchdown number in the season, like astronomically low? And I said, I think it was below 10. And you said, well, hold on, 10? Like, the guy wasn't injured the whole year. He should have 10 in like the first 2 games of the season against inferior competition. How he finished with 9 touchdown passes last year is absolutely incredibly, insanely low. So really, Kevin, there's only one way to go up here for the Clemson Tigers. But if I'm looking at that 10.5 in a 12-game schedule, there's not a lot of leeway. But again, when we're talking about ACC teams, and you're going to see that throughout the show today, looks like everybody should beat everybody because everybody's bad outside of a handful of teams. I'm not that high on the Clemson Tigers this year, Kevin, because I just need to see more of DJU. Am I going to get the DJU that came out of high school that was behind Trevor Lawrence, that when Trevor Lawrence went down, he looked like he was going to be the number 1 overall pick in the NFL if he was eligible to come out after that season? Or am I getting the one last year, Kevin, that didn't even throw double-digit touchdowns when multiple guys were throwing 30-plus in the ACC?